You are listening to Lone Star Community Radio on 104.5 KCZWLP Conroe and 106.1 KZCCLP Conroe, and worldwide on irlonestar.com.
Thanks for checking out the podcast and YouTube channel on Conroe Culture. Don't forget, we're live on Lone Star Community Radio every Monday at noon. Make sure to subscribe to the show on iTunes, Google Play, YouTube. Want more information? Visit the show page on irlonestar.com/Conroe Culture for past shows and learn how to sponsor the show.
Hello, and welcome to Conroe Culture News at Lone Star Community Radio, FM 104.5, 106.1, outside this rainy day in downtown Conroe, July 10th, 2017. I'm your host, Margie Taylor of Taylorized PR, and we have three different sets of guests today, and we're going to give you some upcoming events that are happening this next week. Throughout this week, things that are happening in downtown Conroe and Montgomery County. Of course, there will be a podcast of this show available on Conroe Culture on Facebook, Taylorized PR, LinkedIn, and various other places, including irlonestar.com/Conroe Culture. So, yes, it's a rainy day and Monday, but don't let that get you down, as the carpenters say, because it's not. It is pretty. I didn't know it was even going to rain today. I'm just saying.
Ugly and nasty weather out there.
It's like crazy weather. I don't see any cats and dogs raining, but my dogs are pretty afraid to go outside. I don't think dogs, for the most part, like going outside in the rain. And mine really, really hate it. So that's going to be a challenge. But there's been a lot of rain, and there's some flooding out in the Walden area, from what I understand. They've had some accidents and things, so everybody be careful. And a little bit later on this show, we will have Trooper Eric Burse will be on here talking about precautions in the rain. Very relevant. So, some things that are going on this rainy day. Let's give it to the boys of summer. And you know who I'm talking about, right, Jake?
No, who?
The Astros.
Woo!
The Astros. So, they clinched their 60th win before the All-Star break yesterday. Isn't that right?
That is correct.
With a win over the Blue Jays, 19-1.
It was a
That's pretty
whooping.
sad for the Blue Jays.
It was a lot of fun to watch.
Did you go there?
No, but it was.
Okay.
I watched it on TV.
You watched it on TV, but still, So, is the World Series within reach?
Yeah.
Anything is possible.
I would say yes.
Right? So, there you go. The boys of summer. So, tonight, and kicking it off in downtown Conroe, we've got a lot of great music things going on. And if you haven't been to downtown Conroe, like I know my guest sitting across from me is amazed, so I am going to share this with you just so that you know. Tonight, there will be Monday Madness with Caleb of the Homegrown Tomatoes. He will be hosting the open mic at the Conroe Pub, like he's been doing many Mondays. And Fred McIntosh with Charles Peters will be at the Red Brick Tavern stage at 7:30. So you can hear blues, alternative rock, country rock. And let me give a little shout out to Caleb of the Homegrown Tomatoes. They are award-winning and about to go to the next level.
Are
They
they really?
were asked to come back on this competition that's happening. I could say this wrong, but you could go to their Facebook page and find out all about it. But they're going to a competition. I believe it's in Houston. But other people have to get fans to approve and allow them to go to the next level. They were already selected by the judges to go to the next level. So that's pretty cool.
Sounds like they're going to need a good PR
I like
lady.
our hometown guys.
Yeah.
So, just saying. All right, so tomorrow, July 11th, Jeremy Bankhead will host the open mic at the Corner Pub, as he does every Tuesday. So, if you're a wannabe band, singer, songwriter, whatever, go to these open mics that are happening several days of the week at the Corner Pub. The Conroe Art League will host a figure drawing workshop from 2 to 5 this Wednesday, July 12th, for only $17. They have a real model, and they're only allowing 10 people in. So if that is something you want to learn to do, And, of course, the Conroe Art League is right here on Simonton at the corner of Main and Simonton. You can call Marilyn at 713-252-4190. So Thursday, you do not want to miss the Conroe Lake Conroe Chamber Morning Mingle. And that is a monthly thing. If you are not a member of the Chamber, shame on you is all I'm saying. But you can come as a guest. It is fabulous. It starts at 7:30 in the morning and goes till 9 at Incredible Pizza. And they open up just for us. Did you know that, Jake?
I had no idea. Just for us?
Just for the chamber members.
I gotta get there.
You need to go.
I gotta get there.
I already talked to Dick. He needs to go. So it's this
maybe we can go
Thursday.
together.
All you have to do is RSVP on conroe.org and just be there because you will meet new people. And isn't that what it's all about, is forming deeper relationships? That's where I met Lauren, my first guest. Isn't that right, Lauren?
Yes, ma'am.
It is. Lauren
Incredible
Gonzalez.
pizza.
Yes, Lauren Gonzalez is with the Willis Curves, and she will tell us about that in a few minutes. So, also Thursday, you can hear Buck Yeager at the Red Brick beginning at 8 p.m. and then open mic with Adam McFarlane and Josh Pitt at the Corner Pub. Friday night, Shady Rest Band at the pub will start at 9 and Cody Wayne will be at the Red Brick Tavern. This Saturday night, Nell Dover Band at the Red Brick and Ryan Collins with Wes Smith at the pub. So there's no lack of great music in downtown Conroe. So also not to miss, and we will be talking about this shortly, there's two great performances going on right now. This last Friday, was the premiere performances of Mary Poppins at the Crichton Theater.
Did you go see it?
No, I'm going this Friday.
Oh,
But we're going to talk
excited.
about Mary Poppins shortly. She's going to drop in with a spoonful of sugar and her umbrella. Just saying, it's all relevant. At the Owen Theater, they are having 9 to 5, the musical. Another great showing. So that is Friday, Saturdays, and Sundays. You don't want to miss these things that are going on. And of course, you can always go by and have a bite to eat at the Red Onion that just opened up, the Red Brick Tavern. Red seems to be a theme.
common around here.
Conroe Coffee. You know, Conroe Coffee is open during these performances too, during intermission. You can go have an ice cream cone. Just saying.
Or some delicious macaroons. Those are my favorite over there.
Or you can have a latte. Something like that. Or
I'm not fancy
hot
enough for
chocolate.
lattes.
I'm thinking hot chocolate. Maybe. I don't know. You know, when you look outside and it's raining, you just think cold and warm and cozy, even though it's really not like warm. But whatever. Okay, so let's talk about Conroe Parks and Recreation. They are hosting the adult dance this Friday night, July 14th, with the Glenn Linderman Band. And it's $5 at the door, opens at 6:30, and you have to be 60 years young to go. I'm not there.
I'm not there either.
You know, you're way not there. I'm closer, much closer.
Well, I don't know about that. But
But that's another story. Okay, so the Teen Multi-Arts Camp has already started. It started today, and that is such a cool opportunity. I don't know if you can still get in or not, but it allows youth and teens to learn about theater arts, performing in a production. They will do a production of Sound and Music. They learn costuming, set design, choreography, makeup. So you can go to the Conroe Parks and Recreation website or call them and find out if you can still get involved in that, if that's something you want to do. I just think that's kind of cool. You know, take a week and learn how, you know, you can get involved in these things. Because one of the things we're going to talk about with Stage Right in the Crichton Theater and the Owen Theater is that they're always needing volunteers to do different things, even seamstresses or lighting or things that all make the magic happen and entertain us. So there's a Rockets basketball camp also with the City of Conroe, July 17th through 21st. And the camp runs 9 to 3 with a break for lunch from 12 to 1. And the rest of the days they teach the youth how to do team basketball, 3-on-3, 5-on-5 competitions. So you get a T-shirt, you get a Rockets ticket, a Rockets wristband, and other cool stuff. So this is for youth ages 5 to 16, and there is a fee of $270. So you can go to the Conroe Parks and Rec to find out more information about that. Pioneer Camp started today at the Heritage Museum. Now this really sounds like an interesting thing because they do butter churning, candle dipping, log sawing, beekeeping.
Going
those aren't
school.
natural things to be doing.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's kind of fun. And I know when we had Larry Forster on here talking about the Historical Society and things that they do, he mentioned that as well. And this Saturday, there will be a pickleball tournament.
I love pickleball.
You've played pickleball?
My grandmother lives in a retirement community, and I go and I play, and those old ladies whoop up on me.
So it's kind of like a racket sport?
Yeah, it's like miniature tennis and larger version of
Miniature tennis,
of
okay.
ping pong.
So it's and badminton kind of thing too?
Yeah,
no?
but it's not that, the net's not that high.
Okay, well, that is this Saturday. It's $20 for a team and an 8 a.m. start. So are you going to play?
Jaden, you want to go play with me? Come on,
You guys should
let's
do
go.
it.
Pickleball.
Because then we can have photos and we can talk about it. We can talk about it next Monday.
I would be so down for that.
That would give me something to talk about because, I lack things to talk about. Okay, and lastly, the Monties are coming. Get tickets for only $10 to see our local performers with Lifetime Achievement Awards. This is a very glamorous night, and it gives kudos to all the people who put on the performances and things. So it is August 12th. Get tickets now. Just Google the Monties in Montgomery County. So we will be right back. I'm Margie Taylor, your host for Conroe Culture. And my first guest will be Lauren Gonzalez of Willis Curves.
Don't forget, Conroe Culture is live online at irlonestar.com and Conroe's FM 104.5 and 106.1 every Monday at 12 p.m. Be a guest, be a sponsor. Just contact us online at irlonestar.com/Conroe Culture.
Lone Star Community Radio is looking for those who are interested in hosting their own talk show. With monthly and weekly slots available on Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1, and on irlonestar.com. Start your own podcast, create your first YouTube channel, and be on TV. Contact Lone Star Community Radio online at irlonestar.com or call the station message line at 936-647-3776.
And we are back. I'm Margie Taylor, your host for Conroe Culture News at Lone Star Community Radio, FM 104.5, 106.1, irlonestar.com, and it's also on Suddenlink, on the cable Suddenlink.
Yeah, it is. I don't know your time slot though.
What does that mean?
Well, so like my show, Jake from Sports Talk, my time slot is
so it's not like now.
Every Friday at 7 p.m.
Okay.
So it doesn't air
live.
live.
Well, at some point,
but yes.
Whatever. Okay, doesn't matter. We still move on. So if you want to be a guest on this fabulous show, shoot me an email, Margie@TaylorizedPR.com. Go on my Facebook page, Taylorized PR or Conroe Culture, or get a hold of Jake. Jake knows more than I do. So send him a message. So anyway, my first guest today is Lauren Gonzalez of the Willis Curves.
Yes, ma'am. Hi, I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, I'm excited to have you here. Otherwise, I'd just be talking to Jake.
Yeah.
So,
hey, what's wrong with that?
We're changing it up.
So tell me, what is Curves?
So Curves is a 30-minute full body workout and is specifically designed for women. So it's a little bit different from your typical gym. You're not going to come in, you're not going to have these bulky weights. You've got to load up onto your equipment. It's all done by hydraulics. So it's all there for you. It's all based off of how hard you push. There's no extra things you've got to really take care of. It's really low impact on your body. So it's really good for women.
So being that it's hydraulics, let me emphasize that again. That means that if you push harder, then you will have more resistance. Is that correct?
Absolutely, absolutely. So it's kind of it's a good thing because you can grow on the equipment. You can come in.
So you can always do more.
Absolutely. Come in at the beginning level, and you're never going to be able to outdo the equipment, but you're definitely going to be able to grow on it and get stronger.
So it's a circuit training, correct?
Absolutely. So the way it's kind of set up is literally all the equipment's in a circle, and the 30 minutes is full of you doing 30-second intervals on each of the equipment, really overloading your muscles, really bringing in that strength training and the cardio at the same time. It's really great.
And how many different elements is it composed of? 10, 12?
I think we have 10 on our circuit.
'Cause I know in the past it used to be 10,
I think. But no, it's longer now. So 12.
Oh, it is.
12. So
Okay,
you do
so
12,
I was a good guess between 10 and 12.
And then it's 2 rounds around.
Okay,
Because
that's
it used to be
repetition.
3. Yes.
And how many reps do you normally do on each
It
individual
is. You want to
thing?
just go as long as you can. So, the
Okay.
first round, you're going to go as hard as you can, get a number, because your equipment counts your reps for you. So let's say you get 14 reps your first round. Your goal for your second round is get that 15 reps. You always want to be overloading your muscles, letting them grow, all of that.
Okay. So do you do this? Do you do the circuit training?
Absolutely.
You do?
I'm definitely a Curves member myself. I love it. I mean, I've only been there for about 5 months, but I know for sure just, I do running outside of it, but I've had so much toning thanks to Curves, and it's really given me like the feminine look that I'm looking for, like on my body.
The feminine look.
Really
so
good.
you're more curvy.
Right.
Or less
yeah.
curvy could be, I suppose. I don't know.
Yeah.
So you have different programs there, right?
Yes. So
Tell me about that.
We have lots of different things. We have a Curves Complete program is kind of the more structured program we have. You've got the meal plan. You can decide to do it for 3 months, 6 months. And with that, every week you're sitting down with a trainer and you're getting feedback on how you've been doing. You're keeping yourself accountable. You're seeing, how well you've done that past week, what you can do to do better.
So it's more or less like a coaching type of thing.
Absolutely. Our coaches are always there for every member. Just Curves Complete, it's a little bit more intensive.
And you also have a program for those that are qualified to go to the dance Friday night.
Well,
Yes.
I want to say seniors, but those that are a little need more. How do you call that? Silver sneakers?
Right.
Is that what you call it?
Yes, that's the entrance.
I'm just
company.
saying. Why is that funny?
It's we have just different wellness benefits that we have with different insurance companies. So Silver Sneakers is one of those, Silver and Fit. All fall under that canopy. Kind of insurance helps you out with your Curves payment. But really the way on the circuit, you can either come in and kind of go at your slower pace, whatever you can handle, but we definitely have things that we can add on, making it a little bit tougher for those that want to really push themselves and can really grow from that.
Okay. So is each location different, or does all the Curves do things the same way?
All the Curves generally do things the same way. I'm not sure. I know that we have classes now, which is really awesome. You can come in and you can try out our balance class, our cardio class while you're doing the circuit. So it's really cool. But I'm not sure if that's something that Curves do across the board. But definitely both of our locations in Huntsville and Willis do all of the same things.
And you've had the same owner there for a period of time.
Yes, ma'am. Tish has had, I know the Willis location for 17 years. It just had its 17th birthday in June. So
see, that's amazing.
Wow.
17 years.
That's awesome. Mm-hmm.
How many of us stick with something for 17
Right.
years?
And
Just
it's,
saying.
and it's even more than that.
And you're barely over 17. Right?
we just have members that have been there since it opened.
No, that's
so
great.
That's awesome.
It shows consistency.
Right.
So how is it different from, say, Gold's Gym or what is that? 24-hour fitness or CrossFit.
CrossFit.
Yes.
Oh, CrossFit, that's extreme.
Yes, it is. So it's really a unique experience all around, I think, because like I kind of touched on earlier, we have really innovative equipment. So basically, you can do the circuit just normal, or we have an extra smart tag, which is you put it in the equipment and you as a member, that piece of equipment is set to your range of motion, your strength, your energy level, and it's kind of a coaching thing. Like you're on it and it's telling you when to push harder. It's telling you when to not push.
It's kind of like a fitness app.
Absolutely. And so it's counting your reps for you. After your workout, stick it in the computer. It assesses your whole workout. Gives you a grade on kind of your body parts that you worked throughout your workout, gives you your calorie burn, kind of gives you a way to see what you progressed on and things that you can do better on and things like that.
More accountability.
Absolutely.
So would you say that it's like a place for, those who don't have maybe the wide range of knowledge for, physical exercise and stuff like that?
Absolutely. Because that's such a big thing that we pay attention to is a lot of people come in and they don't know what to do. And so, for your first 5 workouts, a coach is going to be with you one-on-one, going over the equipment, making sure you know exactly how to use it, safely and in the best way possible to get you the best workout. So it's really awesome to have that one-on-one relationship with a coach, and we're always there to help. And on a monthly basis, we like to sit down with every member and kind of see where their month went, what are their goals for the next month, give them some pointers, just keep them comparing, keep them getting better.
Checking in
absolutely,
to make sure where they're going, how you can tailor it to them.
Yes.
Got to make it work, just saying. So, if somebody wanted to connect with you guys, I know you have a Facebook page.
Yes, we are very active on Facebook. You can just look it up where the Willis Curves. So.
Curves Willis, Texas, and you also have a website, and they can put in. You can put in the location, and then it will show you the specific hours that you're open as well.
Absolutely. And you can actually set up an appointment right from the curves.com website, and it'll just come into our computer just like that.
Okay, I have a question.
I have an answer.
What if Jake wanted to go? What would you tell him?
I would tell Jake that if he had an awesome female in his life that wanted to start out a fitness regimen, that he should invite him to Curves.
You would not allow him to come in there. So it's something about the women like working with just women, isn't that correct?
It's just the community. It's the comfort of it, We like to all come in there and be really ugly during our workout. Like, we get in there and sweat, and we work hard, and some ladies don't want to do that with guys hanging around.
Right.
So it's really a women community. We like to all just be comfortable and just work hard. And
it's kind of social, too, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. We have luncheons every month with our members. We're always keeping up with, more than just your weigh and measure. Like, what's really going on with your life. We're all really close.
It's the whole person.
Absolutely.
And I know you do things like food drives and things like that, too.
Yes, ma'am. We love to do everything with just the local community, local businesses. We really like to stay in contact with everybody
it's
like
important
that.
For a business to be community related, to go to chamber things, to do things for different nonprofits, because if it weren't for the community, you'd be out of business.
Right, exactly.
So I think that's important. So this is Lauren Gonzalez of Willis Curves, and you can find out more about what they have going on by going to their Facebook page, Curves Willis, Texas, or Googling them, Curves, and put in the zip code, 77318, I think it is, or something like that. Anyway, thank you very much.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for
we'll
having
have
me.
a podcast of this show probably available tomorrow morning.
Sounds great.
Okay, we're going to take another break. I'm Margie Taylor, Taylorized PR, Conroe Culture News at Lone Star Community Radio.
Our talk shows and music shows are looking for sponsors. Want to expand your brand awareness? Reach the hyper-local audience in Montgomery County? Lone Star Community Radio sponsorships accomplish this. Want to see our stats and rates? Check out irlonestar.com/sponsor for more information. Or call in and leave us a message at 936-647-3776 with your questions. Get seen on TV, YouTube, and heard on our podcast, FM, and internet radio. Support your local radio station with Lone Star Community Radio.
Don't forget, Conroe Culture is live online at irlonestar.com and Conroe's FM 104.5 and 106.1 every Monday at 12 p.m. Be a guest, be a sponsor. Just contact us online at irlonestar.com/Conroe Culture.
Hello, we are back on Conroe Culture News, and I am your host, Margie Taylor. We had our first guest this morning, Lauren Gonzalez of Curves and Willis, and now we have a special person, Miss Carolyn Wong. Hey, Carolyn.
Hello, Margie. How are you?
Good. So, it just seems funny that we're going to talk about Mary Poppins on this rainy day. Doesn't she have an umbrella? I mean, that is kind of like her premier accessory, right?
That's right, an umbrella. It is appropriate.
I thought so, too. So, first of all, how long have you been with Stage Right?
Well, I'm one of the founders of Stage Right, and we formed back in 2008. And we had our first show in December of 2008, and we've been going ever since. In fact, coming up in September, we open our 10th season at the historic Crichton Theater. So I've been involved with Stage Right since its very beginning.
And you have had so many different roles. So you have acted, you've done sound. What other things do you do for them? I know you do outreach and represent them at chamber events. What else?
Right. Well, my husband Steve and I, we produce all the shows for Stage Right, and we have, since we started. And that means getting the director everything they can possibly need to put on a terrific show for us. My main capacity with Stage Right is the artistic director. So I'm the person that asks people to direct for us and also is in charge of the quality of the productions that we put on. So Steve is our business manager and treasurer for Stage Right, so he handles all the money end of everything. So, and he's done lighting design, and I've done sound design, and this Mary Poppins, I've costumed the show.
That's cool.
So in addition to directing and doing sound and
a little of everything.
On lights and just a little of everything, whatever it takes.
Right, I understand that. I knew you'd been very involved. Yes, and you're not a meek person, but yet it's not about you, is what I'm saying. If that makes sense? Because I mean, you're great as an actress in many different roles, and I know you don't like to give a shout out to yourself, but I know you're always there behind the scenes doing a lot of different things, both you and Steve. So that's why I wanted to have you on the show to tell people a little bit about what's going on with Stage Right and that kind of thing. So
yeah, well, we have just so much going on right now. I mean, Mary Poppins closes. It's the last show of our 9th season. And last night we had auditions, our first night of auditions for the first show of our 10th season, which is Noises Off. And if folks would like to get involved in Stage Right and maybe dip their toe in the water of doing something backstage or on stage, they should come tonight at 7. Come to the Crichton, and you can meet the director, Travis Bryant, who's fabulous to work with. He's directed other shows for us, and he is backed by popular demand to direct Noises Off. So if people would like to come audition, just come. It's cold readings. If they'd like to work backstage, we always need people to help with that. Just come and meet us, and we'll get you going.
Well, that sounds exciting. If I had the time, I would do that, because it's just it's an area that I haven't gotten involved in, but it just sounds like a lot of fun. But I know it takes a lot of time. So
it is.
Tell me about Mary Poppins.
Mary Poppins. We had just this weekend over 1,650 people come see Mary Poppins. That is a lot. We had audiences over 400 both Friday and Saturday, and we were sold out, which was 521 people yesterday at the matinee. And the way this is going, the ticket sales are going, we could probably break the record once again for most attended show ever at the Crichton Theater. The record currently is held by our production of Miracle on 34th Street, which we did in December. So,
yes, and I went to that. It was great.
I'm sorry?
That was a great show, and I know that one was sold out.
Yeah. So if people want to come see Mary Poppins, they need to hurry and get the remaining tickets. We did have to turn people away yesterday because we just did not have any more seats to fill for yesterday's matinee. So it's terrific. We have a lady playing Mary Poppins, and she's got just a gorgeous, gorgeous voice. and is perfectly suited, to the character. And then our choreographer, Dinah Malman, is playing Mary Poppins next weekend. So she's playing the middle weekend of the run. And Katie Sigler, who played it this past weekend, she'll be coming back and playing the final weekend. So we have two Mary Poppins, and we have two sets of kids. The Janes and Michaels we've got 4 kids playing those roles. So even if people come back next weekend, they can see an entirely different cast of Mary and Jane and Michael when they come see the show. So
a tailored performance.
Terrific.
No, that's
I'm sorry?
good. No, I was kidding. I said it's a tailored performance. Got to throw that in there. Got to
get our plugs in there.
Got to get a plug. So yes, I have tickets for Friday night, and I'm excited. So I got those a week ago. I know that it's running fast. So tell me also quickly. We have just 4 minutes or so, but I want to find out. You also do a nonprofit spotlight for each performance.
Yes.
Is that correct?
That's correct. With every show that Stage Right has done since our very first one back in 2008, we've highlighted a need in the community and then thrown a spotlight on an organization that helps with that need. So in the past, we've had the food bank, we've had the women's shelter, animal shelter, and so on. This show, for Mary Poppins, we have Operation Pets Alive. And they are in the lobby with a display, and they're collecting donations. They were our spotlight nonprofit, which is what we call our nonprofit for each show, last year at this time, and we collected over $4,500 in donations for them.
That's a
during
lot.
The run.
That
of
really makes
the
a difference.
Run. It's a lot. It does, and they. In addition to spay and neuter programs and information about animal control that they offer people, they are determined to find homes for all the shelter animals, and they literally send them out of state on airplanes and pups on trucks to get them to homes, to forever homes. So we were able to sponsor a flight last year, and that's our goal this year again as well, that we can raise them enough money that they can send. Last year we sent, I think it was 42 animals up to New Hampshire.
Cool.
Yeah. So and then it's kind of neat to get the feedback on how they're doing, and the homes that they're in, because up there they don't have the animal control problem that we do down here. Their shelters it's much more difficult to
They're
get
looking for animals to adopt. Yes, I understand that. And that's good. I have a dachshund puppy, although my husband says he's not a puppy, but he is. He's a year old, and he still acts like a puppy. He runs out in front of cars, all those crazy things. But I got him from Operation Pets Alive last October. So his name is Oscar, but they're a great organization, and I know they work with the Montgomery County Animal Shelter and the City of Conroe Shelter as well, Animal Shelter.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and a lot of different rescue groups too,
So you have rehearsals coming up. Don't you have Young Frankenstein coming up too?
Yes, we have. Well, this weekend, the Sunday and Monday, we're having the auditions for Noises Off. This coming Sunday and Monday, we're having the auditions for Young Frankenstein, the Mel Brooks musical, and it's based on the Mel Brooks movie Young Frankenstein.
So Jake is excited. Jake is excited.
Get involved in that? Yeah, it is. It's Mel Brooks. I mean, it's crazy. It's really not a show for kids because it is Mel Brooks, and there is
sorry, Jake.
Some questionable humor, but it'll be a ton of fun.
Oh my gosh, that'd be
Brenda
perfect.
Dorfus, is directing, and she directed Addams Family for us last year. So if folks want to come out and audition for that, that's next this Sunday and Monday, 7 p.m. And they'll need to have a song and a monologue prepared.
Oh, I can't sing, but I would love to come out and audition. That is literally one of my favorite.
Okay,
it is my favorite Mel Brooks movie, but I love Mel Brooks in general and all of his work. And Young Frankenstein, that's
It'll
wonderful.
Be fun. So,
It's fun.
to wrap it up here, the Crichton Theater also hosts things for Sounds of Texas, Montgomery County Performing Arts Society, McPaws, and I
Yep.
know that, don't you guys have a youth summer program too or something like that?
We do. The Crichton Theater Summer Camp is going on right now, 1 to 5. I think it's Monday through Thursday, and they're rehearsal for Peter Pan, and that will be up and running in the beginning of August. I think it's the 3rd when they open.
We'll look it up and I'll post it.
I don't have it in front of me right now.
I'll post it on Conroe Culture, just like I did Young Frankenstein Auditions. So we need to wrap it up right now, Carolyn, but I appreciate you letting us call in to find out about all the exciting things that Stage Right does and what involvement you have with the theater at the Crichton Theater. And we'll keep everyone posted, and we will post this link to this show tomorrow on Conroe Culture on Facebook. So thank you so much.
Well, thank you so.
Sorry your house got hit by lightning. Oh my gosh. But
it did. In fact, the cable man is here now trying to replace our fried.
Go take care of it. And hopefully I'll see you Thursday morning at the Morning Mingle.
Great. I'll be there. Thank you, Margie.
All righty. All right.
We are looking for sponsors. Do you want to partner with Conroe Culture? Contact us on irlonestar.com/Conroe Culture for current rates and statistics of our listenership.
Remember to download the Lone Star Community Radio app from your Google Play Apple Store. Bring Montgomery County's community radio with you anywhere with your smartphone or tablet. If you are in the Conroe area, tune in on FM 104.5, 106.1. If you are on your computer, bookmark irlonestar.com as your internet radio station. Lone Star Community Radio broadcasting 24/7 from the heart of downtown Conroe, Texas.
And we are back on Conroe Culture News. I'm your host, Margie Taylor. So my last guest this rainy day, Monday, from downtown Conroe, although it's not raining now, I think. It's hard to tell. But it's still pretty wet outside. So I have joining me right now is Trooper Eric Burse from the Texas Highway Patrol, correct? Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, I just want to make sure I'm saying it correctly.
He said he had an ugly mug, but he looks pretty good on camera right now.
Yeah,
I appreciate that.
Rainy days. Mm-hmm. Scary driving conditions.
Correct.
So what's going on out there today?
Well, you've got rain.
Yes.
You've got it for the next week.
Next week? All week?
Yeah, we looked at it.
Really?
I looked at it before I got here. It was
okay.
Monday through Thursday at least, but it can change. But regardless, we've got wet roadways. And,
yes.
You know, our mission is to protect and serve the state of Texas, and we appreciate you giving us this opportunity to get out here and talk about it. So thank you again.
Absolutely.
We work a lot of wrecks in Montgomery County area, and they increase as soon as we get water on the roadway. And you think, well, why does that happen? How does that happen? Easy. Our speed, that's the first thing we need to look at. You know, when we look at the speed limit sign, you see the speed limit sign says 45 miles an hour, 65 miles an hour. That's for ideal purposes, ideal conditions. You know, that's dry roadway, visibility is clear, those types of things like that. So when you add water into it, next thing you know, we've got a crash. So we can prevent them if we just, we pay attention to it a little bit more. And that's why you got me here.
Good. I thought it was very relevant because there are a lot of accidents. And I hear that it was like flooding out in the Walden area.
That's correct.
Is that right?
That's right. I'm glad you brought that up, Marge. I
try to stay on top of things.
Yeah, you're doing a good job. I was listening to my patrol radio as I was coming to work this morning, and there was a deputy that had to respond to a serious call. And he couldn't get to the call because due to the weather, the roadway was flooded. So he had to pass the call on to dispatch to give it to another officer. At that same time, when he was trying to figure out another route out, which there isn't, there's only one way in Walden and one way out that I know of.
Boat?
That same location, he had wound up having to save somebody who drove
Wow.
through the water anyway.
So Walden
Right in
Road,
front
is
of
that flooded?
At the time this morning, it was impassable. I
Wow.
don't know if it's receded by now, but I'll find out.
Any other areas of the county that are in bad way?
We're going to have, I haven't checked all of them. I haven't got with TxDOT yet, but I know we have some we have some road flooding. We have some water that's over the roadways. So I want everybody to just be careful. If you see a little bit of water, people saying, well, I can cross that. Well, that's not just the problem. A little bit of water can cause you to lose traction. You lose traction, you lose control of your vehicle, you have a wreck. So we want people to pay attention, listen to the public service announcements that we have out, listen to radio shows like you got us going on right now, and pay attention to the roadways. And I think we could do a lot more.
Is there a general rule of thumb of how much you should slow down? It's kind of like, on the side of the road, when you
Right.
see an accident, you have to get over or go 10 miles less, right, per hour. But is there a kind of rule of thumb or a guideline? If it's raining, maybe you should back it off by 10, 15 miles per hour?
My general purpose, there's not anything written in. It's just to a safe speed. I was coming back from Dallas last night, and it was raining pretty hard. Speed limit 75 to 65. When I was 75, I was doing about, I'd say 60, 65. When I got into 65, I turned it down to about 55. And, of course, people get a little upset. They go around you, and the next thing you know, I make it from Dallas and got to Montgomery County, and as soon as I hit the Montgomery County line, there is a major crash, 45 northbound.
Well, that corridor over there, I've noticed, there's an area that people just speed like crazy coming into Montgomery County. The other side of Huntsville, Centerville, somewhere like that, they're like speed demons. You know what I'm talking about?
Well, what happens is the speed limit changes from Walker County to Montgomery County.
I know that, yes.
I'm a Bearcat, so I've made that drive a few times.
I wouldn't know by your hat, just saying.
So everybody's, well, I'll do just 5 miles over the posted speed limit. I'll be okay. So now you're up at 80. And the next thing you know, you're not paying attention, and you're up at 90. We get these Bearcats
That's scary.
all the time.
Right.
I think I stopped that guy.
We won't talk about that.
Well, you wouldn't forget a pretty face like this.
No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't.
So you just need to be safe and just be vigilant of what's going on and get the big picture all around you.
You need to be safe, speed vigilant. Just be careful. Be careful. Pay attention to the roadways. Following too close, understand that you're not going to be able to stop like you think you will. So those are some of the things that I really wanted to make sure that people understand. What about your tires?
True.
Properly
if they're properly inflated, or if they have a correct amount of tread on them. I mean, all these things play into factor to keep us safe. And sometimes we tend to forget about those things, and we need to remember to look at them.
Now, the heat will deflate your tires, won't it?
It changes
Doesn't
the
it?
weather. The temperature changes, especially if you have run flats. They'll be 38, 36 pounds.
I have run flats.
And, then you're 40 pounds, so it tends to fluctuate. You have to be careful with that, but that's okay, Another thing I wanted to bring up real quick, Margie, is, Texas is a great state. We love it. That's why we're here, right? We like to be number one in just about everything.
Greatest country to ever live.
But we don't want to be number one in...
We do not want to be number one and we are number one
Right.
in flood deaths.
Yep.
Yes, we are.
Wow.
You didn't know that?
No,
Yeah.
I didn't know.
No, we are.
In-
And we've been that since 1936
Number one and in the state, in where?
in the U.S.
In the U.S.?
We're leading number one.
That is scary.
We have done that for a little over 30 years. That's right. We're number one. And that's something we don't want to be number one.
No.
So turn around. If
back.
there's water on the roadway, turn around. Go back.
Yes.
It's the same thing we talked about earlier with the officer that couldn't cross the roadway. He knew not to do it, so
Right.
he didn't. And then he wound up having to save somebody who did. So we need to make a little better choice. We don't want to be number one in that.
No, absolutely not.
No.
You know, you don't want the fire department out there doing rescues in their boat when they could be doing other rescues too. So you need to be smart.
Exactly
you know.
Right.
So from high levels of water, like heavy flooding, to small levels of water, my mom always taught me that, you know, the less amount of water on the road, the more likely you are to hydroplane. Is that true?
Not really.
No.
You know, just a few inches of water could cause you to lose traction.
Okay.
And you know, that's the misconception that everybody has. Well, it's not raining that hard, so I'm going to be okay. Like right now, it's not raining that hard. But we've had rain, and we've had hard rain periodically through the last 24 hours, you know, on and off. So some of that water's still there. And then when you have that constant mist, that constant drop, it never has a chance to really run off. So your water's already there. Then you take that with a pothole or something, and next thing you know,
hydroplaning is a real thing. Yeah.
You're hydroplaning.
It scares me. So if you feel yourself start to hydroplane, what do?
Take your foot off the gas.
Take your foot off the gas.
Don't hit the brake.
But don't brake suddenly.
Don't brake suddenly. Take your foot
Just
off the gas.
let it go. Just relax.
Take your foot off the gas. Relax.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, not seeing myself doing that. But
Take your foot off the gas, okay, and try to steer. You're going to be trying to
Get off
steer
the phone.
into. Yes. Good, Mark. Get off the phone. That'd be good. Yes, we need both hands on the
I'll have to
steering
call you
wheel.
back.
gotta go.
Yeah, we need both hands on the steering wheel, not one while you know, thumb texting with the other. And don't panic. I mean, and that's easy to say. It really is. It's easy to say, but it's hard to do. The thing I say is don't get into that situation in the first place. You know, let's give ourselves time to get to our destination. Let's pay attention to the roadways. Let's pay attention to the traffic signs. Let's pay attention to the traffic law. Let's give a little bit of space to the people that's in front of us. Be courteous, because, you know, really, courtesy is contagious. You know,
It is.
Once you see someone do something nice, or you can't help but do it
Well,
yourself.
and that leads me to road rage. And I know you have talked about road rage in the past. And, you know, when people are heated outside, they get heated inside, and they don't do things right. We were going to talk about that, but then the rain came. So, I mean, that seemed to be relevant, too.
We can do that later. We
the
can do that another
yeah,
time.
I
We can
know.
do it.
That's a
I'm
whole nother
available
show,
every
too.
Monday. But,
Exactly.
yeah, I mean, you just have to be in control of the situation, because you're operating a deadly weapon, so to speak, too. When you're driving a car, you have to be cautious.
That's correct.
That you're not going to injure yourself or another person in any way, because that will have consequences.
Yes.
Not only that, but your insurance will go up. Not a good thing, but you know.
Yeah, one of these engineers back here has real bad road rage. So
We'll have to talk to him. When I come back, I have a pamphlet I'll give you.
there we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and another thing, no texting and driving is official September 1st in the state of Texas? Or just Montgomery County? How does that work?
Well, it's in the process. It's in the making.
Okay.
When that comes out, that's going to be up to the legislatures, and we're
So
looking at it.
It isn't necessarily law September 1st?
When they post it officially.
When it's
September,
official, it's
yes.
official.
So I'm
So it's
not going to
official.
touch that
but
one
it's
yet.
still not good, right?
What do you mean it's not good?
Texting.
You shouldn't
While
do
you're
no,
driving.
texting's
Oh,
not
okay.
good. No,
I didn't know if that
texting
was
is
a
not
debate.
good. Yeah.
Okay.
No.
I didn't know that they were potentially passing a law
Yes.
to do it.
Yes.
So is it hands-free texting? Is that okay?
Hands free.
So if I
Speaking
use-
into your phone?
No, not even using my phone. If I tell my car to
Okay.
text somebody.
What's his name again?
Jake.
That's what I thought.
Yes.
Jake, stop. When I got here, you were here.
Oh my
Now
gosh.
okay?
I'm working my way into handcuffs.
Operating a motor vehicle is a multifunctional task. Okay, there's a lot of things you have to do that you have to pay attention to: the brakes, the steering, everything in the car, not the phone. All right, no.
Jake, he's going to go watch you when you leave. I'm just
I'm gonna
saying.
get 3 tickets on my way home.
No.
He's going to alert all the law enforcement.
He doesn't know when I drive.
Yet.
Yeah, I do.
Yet.
All right.
Of course, mine is Taylorized outside.
Yeah, There you go. Another plug. Good, Marge. You've been good on the plugs today.
Really?
Yeah, I have the little Mini Cooper, the TPR plates.
Should have known. Should have
Yeah.
known.
That's right. So, anyhow, You know, I'm glad you're here. And what's the best way that people could find out about what the law says, what they should be doing? I mean, there's a website.
Sure, you can go on the Texas Department of Public Safety website. You will go under information. You can look into traffic law, penal code. Everything is right there at your foot.
Something fun to do on a rainy day.
Yeah, instead of watching YouTube and some other things that we seem to do. Facebook, all those things. Get on there and you can look up every law.
Do y'all have a Facebook page?
Do we have? Yes, we do.
You do? What is it?
We do. It's dps.texas.us.gov.
And that's the Facebook page, or that's the website?
You can get on.
You can get on. So you go there first, and then hit like us on Facebook or something like that.
I would go to the Texas DPS website first, and
then maneuver.
Then maneuver into the Facebook page.
Got it. And don't do that while you're driving.
Don't do that while you're driving.
Okay. I get
Thank you, Trooper Burse. We appreciate you being here, and you're welcome to come back any Monday.
All right.
We will make it work, and you'll get to know Jake really well.
I'll have to change my license plate.
Okay, so next week we will hear from Stacy Rogers of Rogers Stein Chiropractic, with CASA, Shannon Wilson, Development Director, Allie Stevens, Communication Director. And, hey, Tuesday and Wednesday is Summer Kids Day at the Grand Theater, where you can watch Angry Birds this week and get popcorn and soda, Jake, for $4. Why not? Be safe. Be safe driving there.
Yes, I will.
I'm Margie Taylor. This is Conroe Culture News. Back at you next week.
You're listening to Conroe Culture on FM 104.5 and 106.1 with your host, Margie Taylor of Taylorized PR. Live streaming on irlonestar.com every Monday at noon. Connect with us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter via Conroe Culture.
Thanks for checking out this podcast of Lone Star Community Radio, Montgomery County's community radio station. If you enjoyed this recording, make sure to check out our past shows online at irlonestar.com or their respective video or podcast formats on YouTube, Google Play, or iTunes. If you have any questions regarding the show, either it being about sponsorships or questions for the host, contact the station manager at dick@irlonestar.com or call the station at 936-647-3776. This show is recorded in downtown Conroe, Texas at the Lone Star Community Radio Studios, and Lone Star Community Radio reserves all rights to this recording and images.